Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're going through Loki even more, and the more I play with him, the more comfortable I feel with him. So the rotations and the tries I did for ABX and ABL, they're getting better and better, but there is some situation that I want to discuss here with you. I had already saw some videos calling about how bad is his tier 4 and how you can't actually take control of it and take the maximum advantage of it, and I want to mention how to get the maximum out of your Loki even if the tier 4 is not like the best case scenario, because he is actually making a shield or something that the more times you get hit, the more attack you get, and this attack accumulates, and it's a weird situation that you want to actually get damage from the adds while you have your tier 4 on and after use your rotation, and this is not realistic, because with Loki for ABX and ABL you want to run around, avoid getting hit from the adds, because if the adds hits you, some strikers are enabled from your team, so the support character are assisting and killing the adds, so you're losing the damage that you need from your 5th skill to accumulate the damage, as I told you in the previous video. His 5th skill, as I told you, the more adds you have around the boss, the more damage you're doing with your 4th skill, because the damage of your 5th skill are actually, popping out, and the more adds they are close, they're like explosions, and if an ad explode and there are 5 or more adds around, they're doing even more damage. So because of this situation, you can't actually say that you have any use of the second part of his tier 4, so you're utilizing only the first part actually, which is the 30% basic attack. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try him actually for ABX and ABL at tier 4. I'm gonna try him with or without his artifact for ABX separately and ABL, and I'm going to compare him with his basic competitors, which is Jean Grey for ABX for the Universal Villain Day, and for the Universal Male Day with Ghost Rider. And yes, this is the character I'm gonna compare him. I'm gonna show you the builds of the characters. They're kind of similar. At least my Jean is full on Audience Blessing and has 4-star artifact and brilliant raids, as exactly my Loki is 4-star artifact, brilliant raids, full of Audience Blessing. My Ghost Rider is kind of behind on build, but it's not like way behind. He has mighty raids. I don't have his artifact. His artifact is not PvE, so doesn't really matter for your ABX score, and he is kind of below on energy attack if you consider like my Loki has 92,000 and my Jean has 99,000. So yeah, it's kind of unfair for my boy Ghost Rider, but yes, I'm gonna test them for the stages that I actually can use Ghost Rider or Loki, and the stages that I can use Jean Grey or Loki with or without his artifact. So before we go through the content, guys, I want you to make sure that you have smashed the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can get all the sorts, the live streams, the notifications we're dropping, and you're not missing anything. Also, let me know down below in the comments if you did yourself Loki tier 4, how you feel about his tier 4. Is Netmarble must fix it, or not? How do you feel actually? I'm gonna tell you my opinion in the end after showing you the score and what I was able to pull out at the end of the day. But yes, it's really weird character in my opinion, and yes, let's find out. It's the day also, the day that I'm going to give the crystals from the giveaway we're doing every second week on my Discord server. It's down below in description, an invitation for every single of you that want to join on a community for Marvel Future Fight. You can make friends, you can get help for GBR, you can get help for rifts daily, more than 50 mythic rifts, 50 different GBR carries, and more than 800 people to go around and talk about the game you love. Actually, it's 786. Sorry, my bad. I can't really remember. And if you are active on the server, you're getting rewarded. If you're helping others, if you're giving advices, if you just chat with your friends, you can get yourself in the leaderboard, you know, in the first place or second or third in your leaderboard, and win yourself some coupons or getting a thank in my videos. Well, in the same time, you can go and shop different things on our server, pressing the word here shop, and in the shop there is some options like raffle tickets, which is a kind of it's raffle tickets that it's kind of lottery ticket. So you're gathering some raffle tickets, and me once per 2 weeks I'm picking up some winners from the raffle tickets, and you're winning here also some crystal coupon. Of course, you can get yourself, instead of coupons, the GBR priority that it was previously, and that gives you the opportunity to ask for GBR, and moderators or anyone who is a GBR carry comes and help you immediately. So let's go fast forward here and see who wants this week's leaderboard. And the first one, and congratulations, it's Mazm 2809 Mazm Moje. Actually, you are the winner, bro. Congratulations, you're the first, and thank you. Oops 8 let's see, oops Alex Mercer, congratulations, you're the second one. Horrid Harry, you are the third one. Moye 2. Okay. They are changing their names, guys. Okay, I can't keep up with the names. I'm not sure who is who, but yes, congratulations for the victory there. And let's see about the raffle tickets. Let's pick some winner there for the lottery. And yes, the two-time winners was 3RL and Psychopath, the previous winners. And let's go to the next winner for this week, which is A. This dude. Okay, congratulations, you too, bro. So guys, if you wanna get yourself some coupons, join our server, get yourself some help. You can see here multiple channels for GBR, for Mythic Rifts, people getting help each other, PvP, general chat. There is multiple opportunities to meet some friends and get yourself the maximum out of your account, asking for help from others. So let's start from somewhere and let's go into ABX without his artifact. In the ABX, I find out that it's completely waste of time waiting the ads in the start, and you should start with a rotation of the trick that you need to do with the ads, and use your tier 4, as you can see, after your normal rotation. So here I'm waiting the ads to ball up next to the boss, and I'm doing my rotation over and over. You can see I have my tier 4 here, but I'm not using it until I'm sure that my 5th skill has hit all the ads together, the additional enemies. Actually, that's what I call ads. And as you can see here, the damage is popping out. I'm 7.3 in the first, before the first roar. The fire effect, as I told you, is on his 5th skill. And yes, with this way, I'm actually utilizing his tier 4, but it's the worst way to use it. It's the worst way to use it because you're not getting anything from the thing that they say about the 8 misdirections and stuff like that. You're getting only the 30% additional damage that this adds to your to your character. So I'm missing totally the good effect of his tier 4 skill, but in the same time I'm able to do the rotation I was doing as level 80, add an extra skill, get my having better stats from level 80, and I'm doing some more damage, as you can see. Here in the roar, I think I missed it. No, I didn't miss it. Okay, so yeah, no artifact, 11 million, 1 mil and 1 minute and 10 seconds left. You can see I'm doing over and over, same rotation, nothing special, and I end up, let's see how I end up doing until the, You can see it's 15.1 million with a character, you know, and full build, brilliant and stuff like that. It's not really impressive, but in the same time I can get all my rewards on ABX, and you know, I can get all my ABX rewards. And you have to consider that this is not the no restriction day, it's the day that you need to use universal villain allies. So let's check out the difference that having the artifact made for my run. And this is exactly the same team up. Again, I played exactly the same, at least I tried. I'm doing one rotation here in the start. I'm killing some odds and I'm waiting all the other odds to come and ball up in the middle. You can see the period of times, you know, the moments that I am like before the first roar. Previously I was like 7.3 million, so has to do with how good I was doing previously instead of now with the artifact. You can see the artifact, it's the orange icon in the top of my buffs, and this orange icon feels like it's popping out not every rotation but every second rotation for some reason. And for ABX, actually, because the boss works like that, the boss damage reduction works really weird. Feels like I'm not getting a lot of bump on my score, and I end up trying to do, let's see here, 1.10, and yes, before here I was at 11. I was at 11 million without the artifact, and I'm exactly in the same. And I end up doing not a lot of more damage. It was like 100k. But after I played, you know, more times, and as it seems, the run I did without the artifact, the first one, and I did 15.1, was really good run. I didn't miss any odds. The odds was dying when I wanted them to die, and yes, I had the maximum value without the artifact. But after I had the artifact, I couldn't bypass this score by a much, and this is the only run that I actually did more. I did 15.2. The rest of the runs was kind of similar. I mean, I was playing like more than 10 times ABX and I wasn't seeing any results. After a while, I asked some people around and I was like, you know what, guys, what's going on? I took the artifact, I'm seeing results on ABL, because in the ABL score there is a difference, and for ABX I'm not seeing any results. And everyone was like, yes, it's legit. It's because ABX defense of boss gives you, you know, depending on the hits you're doing, and it's kind of weird, and yeah, it is what it is. Getting the artifact or not getting the artifact, at least the 4-star, the addition of the score is not that much. In the same time, because the main antagonist of Loki for this ABX day is Jean Grey, and as I saw you, my Jean Grey is pretty strong. I'm gonna go in the same period of times, you know, the 1 minute and 10 seconds. Here I was like with Loki 11 million, and now I'm like close to 12 million. So Jean Grey, cause here tier 4 actually gives you some value. You can see and you can take advantage of it and do more damage. So here 15.2 already with my Jean, 15.6. so yeah, if you already have Jean Grey for this day, I don't feel that Loki is going to give you a lot in your score. Actually, he's not going to give you anything. So if you already have your Jean PvE, you're fine. Your Jean gonna keep doing the damage. You don't actually need Loki to do more. Also, the weird situation that we said before about his tier 4 and how much value it adds on, you know, instead of level 80, it's really small, you know, it's really small. I mean, with level 80 yesterday, I did 14.4 million maximum, 14.39 actually, and I was level 80. And now, with my Loki at tier 4, I did 15.2 and having his artifact. So I had less than a million on my score with Loki for ABX, and I just made him tier 4 and gave him an artifact. And this is really wrong in my opinion, you know. They should fix somehow this tier 4. Feels really broken, and I don't feel like this is the legit wait for the things to go. If you spend all these tier 4 materials, you're gonna get something like more than 2 million on ABX and ABL, or else feels like you get softed and it was a completely waste. So let's go to the other side, to ABL, and how my Loki was able to do as a tier 4 character instead of tier 3. Here, as you can see, I missed the nod. I could kill this. And yes, it wasn't the perfect run, but in the same time, in my defense, doesn't really matter how many times you're gonna do your rotation here. The only thing that matters is that you have a third ball up of odds here and having this skill before he goes into the roar. So in the period of the roar, you can do your second skill after your main rotation. So I did lose some damage there, but it wasn't really important because it has to do with how many times the odds are spawning and not in how fast you're going to do your rotations. So you can see here I'm building up my score 3.1 before the first Odin's Might, and 3.4, 3.5 feels really cool. And you can see you can make some timestamps. I'm getting now the Odin Force and I'm 3.6 the moment I took the Odin Force for the first period of the fight. And as you can see here, I'm building up my score into 5.5 already. But you can see here, the Odin Force here is getting wasted. You can't actually use your skills without having odds because you're not getting any damage actually. The damage you're getting actually is really slow and really low, so it doesn't really matter. Here you can see 6.2. Before the second roar, it's 6.25, and it's not impressive. If you consider what I am doing with my Luna, if you consider what I'm doing with other characters for ABL, it was like lame in my mind. Having a tier 4 here is without his artifact, by the way. I mentioned that, but I really need you to understand that I'm missing the artifact. So you can see the difference after in the next run in the timestamps, in the same timestamps. So I'm like 7 million and waiting for no, I have another rotation here. Okay, another one, and I'm like 7.3 exact before the moment I'm gonna to pick up the Odin Force last buff. 8 million. So I passed the tier 3 score now. It's 8.1. With my tier 3 level 80, I was able to pull out 8 million yesterday. I'm gonna show you from the yesterday video later after this actually. And you can see here I managed to do 9.39 with my Loki. 9.39 for a tier 4. It's cool, but it's doable with a lot of characters actually. With a lot of characters you can do that score. Yesterday at level 80 I took 8 million on this specific day, so the difference is like 1.4 million, and that feels really bad. But this is the performance at Loki without the artifact, 8 million level 80, and without the artifact again, but tier 4, 9.39. So I was already starting to feeling bad about the situation that I'm actually able to do 9 point something with my Ghost Rider, and because Loki is except the states that he's unique, which is the universal, which is actually the villain alien of ABL, you can use him for male universal. For male universal, as you know already, I don't have Black Bolt. Black Bolt is way more stable than Loki. I can tell you that for sure. That I've seen people doing, with Loki, with Black Bolt way more times, stable scores, higher scores than Loki that I had done until now before the artifact. But now is when the artifact kicks out and where you get the maximum value of it. Previously, before the Odin's Might, I had like 3.6 millions, and let's see how much I'm gonna have now. so it's like 3.8. At the moment the difference doesn't feel huge, but as the time passes and as I'm doing rotations inside my Odin's Force, you're gonna see that when I have the artifact, the damage I'm doing is getting better and better and better, and I'm already here like 500,000 more damage than before, and started like 200,000 and now I'm more than 500,000 more damage. The damage with the artifact feels to get enchanted, you know, way more than in ABL, way more than ABX. Somehow it adds way more, and it's of course the same artifact, you know, it's 4-star artifact. If you have 5-star or 6-star, you know, the percentage of the damage is going to be increased for sure. And you can see here I am already at 7.7, and I'm not even at the Odin's Might phase or something, Odin Force phase. 8.2 million, and in the period of the time that I was seeing here 8 million, I was like, okay, I'm sure that I'm gonna do more with my artifact now, and it's gonna be visually able to showcase it on my video. So I was already happy here having that score. I was feeling like you know, I'm winning something out of my Loki. It's not completely a trap that I just fall into again like I did with Shadow Cell and Gwen. And you can see here I passed 10 million, guys. I'm passing 10 million easy peasy, and with my very next rotation I'm almost 11 million. When I'm seeing 11 million I was like, whoa, jeez bro, 11.4, and me trying Loki for less than 24 hours. Is this bad? No. As it seems, Loki, even with bugged tier 4, it's not bugged, but bad designed tier 4, even with his bad design tier 4, he's able to outscore my Ghost Rider. I mean, with my Ghost Rider, the maximum I'm doing is like 9.5. But for your own information, when I was trying to do a showcase for him on ABL, on the review I did like 1 month ago, as you can see here, Ghost Rider is not the best tier 4. It's the title, yes. I did 8.6, but after playing with him over and over and doing his CDP from symbol raids to crafted raids, I'm able to pull out 9.5. 9.5 for my Ghost Rider, and now I have 11.4 with my Loki, and I have 11.4 for Universal Mail, so I'm doing 2 million more for 1 day, and for the Universal Alien Villain Day I'm doing way more because I wasn't able to hit 7 million with my Thanos, but now I have 11.4, so it's like a totally win for me and my account. I'm gonna add an extra 6 million in my ABL and ABX score, but in the same time I have some chances and have some opportunities to try and hit this 12 million and get the tier 4 materials. That's something I need to practice, of course, and you need to play over and over with Loki to get used to him, but in my mind he is totally worth it. And that's the moment that people are gonna drop down below in the comments, oh, Death Proof, I already have Black Bolt, or I already have Thanos with CDP of Raids and a full tier 4 build. Should I build Loki? I'm not sure, guys. I mean, if you have Thanos tier 4 with the CDP of Raids and you're doing both Universal Mail, 10 million, or you're close to 12 million in your account, same thing for Black Bolt, I guess Loki is a skip, because you're not gonna get the maximum out of his potentials. And the maximum of him is if you didn't had actually tier 4 Thanos and didn't had actually tier 4 Black Bolt, there is when Loki kicks and came into and do a lot of value for your account. If you have the other two, it's not gonna be the same, but in the same time, because his tier 4 feels so bad, I totally get for people skipping him, and I totally get that Thanos can do pretty much the same thing with him, and Thanos and Black Bolt actually are way easier and more stable to perform on ABL and ABX, of course, but we're talking about ABL now. Sorry for not showcasing any other game modes for his tier 4, but as I told you in the previous video, where you want to use Loki is actually ABL and ABX, because of the situation with the additional units that you need to kick with your 5th skill and do extra damage every single time. Other than that, his kit is kind of it's really good. You can do World Boss Legend, you can do GBR, and of course, as you can understand, the tier 4 skill is not going to is going to add a lot on your performance for both of them. I did showcase him on the previous video at World Boss Legend stage 80 at level 80, and he was able to do it easy peasy. So as tier 4, he's gonna shine even more. That was it for now. I hope I helped you decide what you're gonna do with your Loki. For my account, as it seems at the end of the day, it's a win. It wasn't a trap at all, and yes, I'm gonna increase a bit my score for ABL, but in the same time, I feel like he needs something on his tier 4. They need to change the way the tier 4 works. They need to think that we're using him with a specific rotation and a specific way to get the maximum out of his damage. So if they add another skill there, like chain hit damage, chain hit, or something else that it's gonna help you instead of going against in your rotation for ABX and ABL. That was it. Hope you enjoyed. See you into the next. Kisses in your faces.